morning, everybody. It's morning, right?
Just 20 to 12.
It is Wednesday the 5th, and we are in the car, and we are almost in Glasgow, and we're just having a day in Glasgow. Scott's got a work thing at 5:30, and we had already agreed that we would come up on the Wednesday because we knew he was going to be in a work thing at some point. So we're heading up, we're going to have some lunch, we're going to wander around some shops, I'm going to check out Mandor's and probably look at John Lewis, see what they're like, how bad their craft section's become now, because they seriously like stopped the funding for that section of their shop. So yeah, this is just going to be a wee bit more interesting than our other days that we've had. And here is Scott.
Hi.
Paying very good attention to the road, because the drivers in this section get a bit dodgy.
Just a tad.
Because it splits into different lanes. So you've got the lane over there, which goes to the new motorway, and then this is the original lanes that kind of go the long way around Glasgow. And so we're just gonna head into Glasgow and have a good day. Yeah!
The wee bottle of sanitizer.
I don't know if I've got any in my bag or not.
I don't think we need it, I'm just being cautious. No, just made my own face now.
Look at that. I don't know what you would use that for, but isn't that fun? Like, it's stretchy.
Yeah.
That's just for a meter. Oh, big look. He's a parrot.
Oh, it's better. Look, you can go all the way through disco.
I think that's Lycra as well.
Yeah. Weirdly, seeing looking at that bridge bit there, it reminds me of New York.
Yeah, like the sky bridges.
Yeah. Well, we're up nowhere near as high as we were in New York. There's one about to take in at the top corner. Be careful.
Say hi, babe.
Hi, babe. It's interesting to get it cut rather than kind of take it.
Isn't that a good thing?
Yeah, great fan. I didn't hear that. I can't do it. Say hi, Bob. My hand was so tight.
Get stretch out a
Yeah,
bit.
I've just tried that.
Let's go, babe. Stop.
American NY Grill.
Tinderbox. That's where we're going. Tinderbox.
ZZ. Something smells good. October rooftop rabbit terrace.
Hello everyone, we are home. It is much, much later in the day. It's like,
It's like 8:30 at night.
what time is it?
20 to 9.
Yeah, it's 20 to 9, so it's much, much later. We were definitely in Glasgow a little bit too long. Scott's nodding his head in agreement. I think we overestimated how many shops we wanted to wander around because it's been you're most recent in Glasgow. You go up with Div quite a lot.
Yeah.
I haven't been in Glasgow.
In about 3 years, probably.
I think if I've been up, I've been trying to rack my brain as to like when the last time it was, and I'm pretty sure it was with you because I've got photos of like graffiti in Glasgow, and I think it was like right before we went to New York.
Yeah, probably.
So like 3 years. So a lot, but not a lot has changed in Glasgow, and I really wanted to treat myself to some tea, and I couldn't find the tea shop that I really wanted to go to, which is Whittard's, or Whittard. I don't know how you're meant to say it. And so I went into T2. So I got some English breakfast and some Assam tea. Both of these I'm quite a big fan of. Like, I'm not a big fancy pants tea. I just like the bare basics. Just give me that because I just like a builder's brew cup of tea, sugar and milk. I'm good. So I went in and got the English breakfast and I got the loose leaf, and then at the till I saw that they had some reduced tea and I saw the Assam and I was just like, right, I'll get that one. And my tea infuser doesn't stay together very well, so I picked up another one. I did pick up one that they were trying to charge like £10 for it because it had like a fancy thing at the end of it. And then once I was at the till, I saw these ones for like £4 and I was just like, well, I'm gonna get that instead of one at £10. So that was cool. So I now have some loose leaf English breakfast tea, because we never go wrong with tea in this house. I mean, how many teas did I have today?
I don't know, actually.
I had the morning one, then I had one at Tinderbox, and then I had the one at Costa. So I only had 3 teas.
That's not a lot for you. I've made you that in the case of hours before, let alone a day.
But I am absolutely... Hurry up. Thank you. I'm absolutely horrified to notify people that Starbucks and Pret a Manger do not do a decaf tea. Like, what?
I hate
So
to
this
say
was-
it, I don't even think they've done tea.
Starbucks do tea, but it's not that great. So it was around about 4:30. Mate, yeah, 4:30.
Yeah.
That we were trying to find somewhere to like just waste a wee bit more time before Scott's meeting. And I'm not drinking caffeine at 4:30 in the evening because I will be awake for hours. And Scott went into Starbucks and I think they must have thought like you were asking for like this most ludicrous item, like an alien had invaded the planet or something, because they're like, decaf? What is this decaf you talk about? So yeah, I wanted to show my tea, and Scott, being the absolute sweetheart that he is, got me this ball of yarn. You're not going to be able to see it. I'm going to have to turn the camera around so that the lights aren't right behind me. But this is the Superba Tweed by Rico Designs. It is a sock yarn. Well, I'm classing it as a sock yarn. It is 60% wool, 30% polyamide, 7% acrylic, and 3% viscose. And when I turn the camera around, you'll really see like why I fell in love with this. I don't even think me holding it closer is going to do anything. But you can kind of see some like little nappy bits in there, like some tweedy bits. And I just fell in love with this, and I think Scott just saw the look on my face because I had made this big promise like this not a big promise, but I'd kind of said like I'm going to try and not buy yarn, blah blah blah. So it doesn't count if he buys it. That's the loophole here, right? But I am.
Does that work for me with like pot beds and stuff then? Like, if I'm not buying them, but I go, that would look nice on my shelf, and you go, I'll buy you.
Well, there's Christmas and your birthday. So I am going to the Hobbycraft event next Thursday, so a week tomorrow, and then I'm going to Glasgow School of Yarn on the 29th. And I realise like sometimes like why would people do that? Why would they kind of tempt themselves like that? I knew I was going to the Hobbycraft show. I wasn't 100% sure if I was going to go to the Glasgow School of Yarn, but I bought my tickets today because they're selling out. So if I buy yarn with the money I worked really hard for, like I done overtime, like a stupid amount of overtime. And if I end up buying yarn, I end up buying yarn. But I'm still trying. Like I think we did really well with our budgeting today.
We did.
We done really, really well with our budgeting today. I need to make sure I'm not over, and if I am, I need to subtract it out of next week's. But I'm still going to be doing the budgeting. I still feel really positive about it, and I still think, excuse you. I'm feeling really positive about the budgeting, but I'm also like, I knew the Hobbycraft event was coming up. I'd done overtime partially for that, but what I hope to get at the Hobbycraft show is more cross-stitch orientated, because I really don't need more yarn. Like, really don't need more yarn. I have way more than I think I will ever be able to knit with in my lifetime. But with that said, here is my finished cowl. I got this finished when I was sitting in Costa waiting on Scott getting out of his work meeting. And, oh, jeez, I'm going to have to change the angle. 2 seconds, I'm going to turn around. Now you're in the video. Everyone say hi to Scott.
And I'll say hi back. Hi!
So this is my cowl. Am I showing you the front or the back? I'm showing you the front. Oh, where's my seam gone? There's my seam. So this is the finished cowl. And if I hold it closer, let's see if it's going to focus. And now you have to remember, I've apparently done this wrong. And stitches are meant to look different than what I actually have them. But I'm really, really happy to have this done. Obviously, I still have my ends to weave in because I've done this in a coffee shop and I didn't have a Notions doodar with me. Now I'm trying to think, am I holding it upside down or not as well? No, that is the right way up. So, I'm really happy with it. It's one of where'd that end go? It's one of those ones that is a bit snug, but like not tight, and you can put it up around your ears and stuff, or you could tuck it up like that if you really needed to kind of like brace the cold. But I don't think it's long enough to do that because that's now exposing my neck. But yeah, I actually reckon I'm probably just going to gift this to somebody. As I was mentioning to Scott today, I've become a lot less precious about like what I'm making, and like, excuse me, I've become a lot less precious about what I'm making and everything along those lines. Like, if it's really good yarn or really, really expensive yarn, then yes, I probably will keep it. But at the end of the day, I have more yarn than I know what to do with. And there's only so many pieces of knitwear that I can wear. And there's only so many shawls I need. There's only so many hats I need. And so I think I'm just going through a lot of different realizations. And one of them has just been about, like, I want to make things that I'm probably also not going to use. I'm not going to wear. I just want to make them for the sake of making them because I think they look pretty. And then it's also just a case of like knowing my limits with my hand and stuff. Like if I now can't knit anything more than like DK weight, which is going to be a bummer. It's so interesting. I went through a phase where I couldn't knit with anything lighter than a DK, and now I can't seem to knit anything that's DK or heavier. So my body's just ever changing. But yeah, all of that to say that this is probably going to get gifted to somebody, whether I just kind of like put a photo up on my Instagram or something, be like, great, first person to pay for shipping gets this. But I think it's lovely. I definitely see myself making another one of these cowls, and the correct way, because I want to see what the stitches look like when it's done, you know, right. But yeah, I finished this sitting in Costa, watching the world go by as the rain started pummeling people, which it was really interesting. Like, I've never seen people move quicker, and you're like, we live in Scotland, so surely you're used to the rain. But also, it's been on off raining all day, so why they didn't expect it is beyond me. I can see you.
Microwave.
But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the footage of Glasgow today. Like, it's been a really long day. I'm feeling how tired I am. I don't think either of us. I think we overestimated how long we needed. Like, we probably could have gone up. What, 2 o'clock? Would you say?
Probably, yeah.
We probably could have gone up and gone straight for lunch rather than going up and thinking we were gonna spend a lot of time in different shops. But I went into Mandor's and I was quite disappointed, to be perfectly honest, with what they had and their selection. A lot of their accessories isn't the right word, but like a lot of their additional things, like other than fabric, were like their shelves were really bare. Their yarn, Mandor's has always had a terrible yarn selection, but their yarn was so overpriced, like so overpriced. But I did have a look at some of the fabric. I have this idea I want to make for something for the wedding, but it really then depends on the dress I pick. And I was very disappointed with Mandor's. I was even more disappointed with John Lewis. And I was absolutely horrified because I fell in love with a skein of yarn in John Lewis and there was no price tag. And I thought, right, okay, it's Rowan, so it wouldn't be too expensive. And I took it up to the till and I just explained, it's like, hey, there's no price tag. Could you just let me know like how much this is? And what did the guy say? $16.95?
$16.65 or $95.
65 or 95. So $16.95 or $16.65 for a single skein of DK weight yarn that was a wool and alpaca blend. And yes, it was lovely. It was soft. It was so squishy. And the guy at the till was just like, wow, that's like, I can see the history of this price and it's just gone nothing but up. Like, it's just constantly increased in price. Which was really, like, sometimes you expect yarn to go down in price, especially if it's been out for a while, but they've done nothing but put the price up on this yarn. And there's just no way in heck I could justify that for a single skein of commercial yarn. I can justify like 18 to 25 for hand dyed, but for some reason I just couldn't justify $16.95 for this Rowan yarn. So I hope you've enjoyed some of the footage. It might be a bit haphazard. I didn't record too much. I still get very self-conscious when I'm recording in public, and also the weather just made it quite difficult to record out and about. And we just kept hopping from shop to shop, so it just got a bit hectic as well. But yeah, thank you for watching. This is wrapping up of day 5. Tomorrow we are headed into Paisley Town. I need to go to the jewellers to see if they'll resize my ring. And then we're heading to the bank to pick up like the money bags that banks have so that you can put money into your account. Because we've got a lot of like change that we've been saving up. And what else are we doing? We're teaching Scott amigurumi tomorrow.
Yeah.
Well, we're teaching him the basics of crochet. And then if he gets that down, we'll go on to the amigurumi on Friday. So that's happening.
Finally.
Hey, don't make it sound like
I
I've
meant
been
that for
stopping
me.
this.
Only been together nearly 7 years and I'm finally decided to give it a try.
So yeah, that's happening tomorrow and Friday. And then we are deliberately having minimal plans over the weekend because we don't want more reason or more temptation to spend money. And
we need some rest.
yeah, I will be very surprised if I'm out of bed before 9 tomorrow, and functioning as a human being before 11. And yeah, that's the plan so far. Everything will be a bit different next week because Scott goes back to work on Monday / starts his new job on Monday.
Yeah.
Oh, itchy nose. But yeah, for now, I'm away to drink my cup of tea. I've made another decaf. This will be my 3rd decaf today. Wow, you can actually see how tired I am. You can see it. Like, I have really puffy eyes. I am not looking good in this video. Yeah, well. You watch for the crafting. But yeah, we are playing Assassin's Creed. That's what's on that TV screen.
Origins.
Assassin's Creed Origins. Scott is correcting me. And I'm going to work on my test knit. I need to get some of my test knit done. My wrist is doing a lot better with the help of that put that CBD stuff on your knee.
Oh, well, I'm not.
My wrist is a lot better. I don't know what was going on with it, but it's definitely feeling a lot better. The CBD balm, like I was saying yesterday, it's very potent in smell, and it kind of reminds me of Tiger Balm.
Yeah.
And I never really liked the smell of that, but Tiger Balm also felt like it was burning me, so that I don't have with the CBD cream, thank God. But yeah, just gonna be a quiet night, nice resting night, and I'm just gonna sign off now. So, bye!
Bye!